Hi there. So in order to add images to the pre-college final show gallery, you're going to need to have a couple of things open at the same time on your computer. The first, you'll want the Google site, sites.google.com, with the information for our gallery. So just make sure you've got that site up. You will need to be logged into your Mecca edu in order to access the site and edit it. The gallery is organized by students' first name, preferred name, and in ranges. So students A to B, C to E, F to J, and so on and so forth. Next thing you'll need to have open is the pre-college Dropbox, which has all of the images files in it. And also you'll need to have open the exhibition submission form box. What I've been doing is after I've completed a submission, I highlighted it in yellow so that I know that it's been done. But we should definitely double check these as well. So the way that it works is when a student submits something, every submission will have a unique row in this spreadsheet. So you'll notice that this particular student has submitted more than once. They submitted on the 9th of July. They've submitted again on the 16th. Those rows, it doesn't automatically connect those rows together. So I need to just make sure, like up here, how many submissions Connor may have submitted and also how many submissions are over here. And this is how I do that. This is also how I check for the metadata for each image. So I'm just going to use my arrow keys to follow this row until I find the metadata, which for artwork 1 is column I. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy that so that it's in my clipboard. And then I'm going to keep going because I want to see if he's submitted other artworks. So in column K, I've actually got the link to his artwork image. I can go ahead and click that now if I'm ready, but I just want to see if he's submitted anything else. Column L would have been artwork number 2. Column M is artwork number 3. And the link to column artwork number 2 is column P. So notice he doesn't have anything for column P. So he's only submitted one image in this first link. But I actually already did that one, so I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it yellow. And now I'm going to check for Miriam. So Miriam's going to be Miriam V dot for her gallery because we're only doing first name and first last initial. So I just need to go through Miriam till I get to her metadata. I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the clipboard history. And I notice, oh, I thought she might have called her piece acrylic, but it looks like the piece is called Martin. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that metadata and then just continue to, okay, so she has, as you can see, she submitted 2 pieces here. She's got a piece for artwork 2 and a piece for artwork 3, which means she's got 2 sets of metadata. So I'm just going to go back and work with artwork 1, which was that first set of metadata that I captured in column I. So I know I've got column I copied. Then I'm going to go to column K, which is artwork 1, and I'm just going to click on that, open the image up, save it to my computer by downloading it. And then I'm going to go over to Google Sites. I'm going to find Miriam's section, K to M. Control or Command F jumps me right to her section. Now, Miriam's in an interesting spot because she's already submitted 2 pieces and she's submitted 2 more today. So we're going to have to ask her which pieces she wants. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this image holder and I'm going to upload her image from my computer. And notice how it cuts it off. This is an important step. Whenever I insert an image, I need to click this button here in order to size the image box to the size of the image. And I may have to do that a couple of times depending on if I move things around or resize stuff. I always want to make sure that image is the actual size of the student artwork. So make sure you click the art until that pops up and then click this button here, which auto sizes it. Now I need to add the metadata, so I'm going to go ahead and click Insert Text Box. Control or Command V. I just need to remove the rest of her last name. And then once I've got that, I'm going to grab the text box, click it, and just attach it to that image there. See how it just popped into place right there. Now, this is what her session looks like right now, but I'm going to go ahead and add her last image before I go start resizing any of the images here, because I'm not sure. She might want this piece to be the big piece. She might want this one to be the big piece. So let me get them all on there first. So I'm going back to the spreadsheet, and I'm going to go to column J, which has the caption for artwork number 2, which looks like a self-portrait. And I'm going to go over here to column P, which has the link for artwork self-2. I'm going to go ahead and click that. Beautiful piece. I'm going to download it. Then I'm going to go back over here, and there is no image, so I'm actually going to have to click upload image because I don't have a placeholder. And then I'm going to have to click and drag it up to Miriam's section. So I'll put it right here. Text box, paste in her metadata. Get rid of everything except the first initial of her first last name. Click and drag. Ooh. Click and drag that text box up to the piece so that it attaches. I want to make sure that the piece is sized correctly, so again, I'm going to click on her image and click that box up top just to make sure. Come on, pop up for me there, just to make sure it's the right size. It is. And there it is. Now, if I need to resize some things, right, because this isn't looking all that hot, plus she's got 4 pieces, so we are going to have to ask her what she wants to be the bigger pieces here. I need to just resize some stuff. So you'll notice these are all kind of grouped together. When I resize, it's going to group it all together. So I'm going to try that first. You see these grid lines? When you start resizing, those grid lines are there to show you the edges of where you can move things around. So it's not, you don't have full control to move everything where you want it. When I moved that piece, it resized a bit, so I just wanted to double check that. Let's see here. Yep, and that is as good as it gets. Now, as you can see, it's not a perfectly even thing, but we can play around and make some adjustments if we want. Maybe she wants this smaller piece to be attached to this one here. So let me just try grabbing those. We'll just start with the picture, and move it. See if it'll let me move it here underneath this piece. Let me go back and grab the metadata and move that underneath that picture. And then go ahead over here, move her color image under this piece. Go up and grab the metadata for that. Let's see if that doesn't just kind of make things look a little bit more even. So as you can see, that actually worked pretty well. It's much closer to being on the same plane. Looks a little bit tighter, a little bit neater. But of course, she has 4 pieces, so we either need to let everybody know that they can have 4 pieces, which I think we can be flexible about, or we need to ask her which one she wants us to delete. And while I've got you here, the last thing that I will do is show you, let's say you're working on Molly Rose's piece and she has an animation. Her job is to give you that animation as a YouTube video. Now, to get a YouTube video, you need to get the embed code from YouTube, and then you click this embed button here, select embed code, paste in the embed code that you get from YouTube, and insert it that way so that the video will play right in the site embedded. So if I get a video submission, I will definitely make another video so you can see how that works. But this is how you make images.